Assalamu alaikum. We are just waiting for Azan to finish. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. I was just waiting for Azan to finish. I hope I'm audible. I'm visually clear and I'm audible. If I am, could someone just comment? Okay, could someone just comment and let me know if I am audible or not? Okay, yes. Okay, thank you. Assalamu alaikum everyone once again. I'm Vajiha Zamir, co-founder in Institute of Excellence in Learning and Teaching. I've been in this field of education for over 10 years. कुछ लोग आप में से मुझे जानते होंगे, कुछ नहीं जानते होंगे. मेरा ताल्लुक कराची से है and I've been training teachers for over 5 years now. That means मेरा जो career है वो half and half में divide हो सकता है. I started as a classroom teacher and today I am training teachers, and I also take B.Ed, M.Ed, M.Phil classes as a lecturer. Okay, that's enough about me. आज मैं topic आपके लिए लाई थी creating aha learning moments. Pehla I thought that I should make a presentation and then I should, use some tool to integrate into the page and then go for a live session. लेकिन again बात वही है ना कि presentation is a very traditional manner of teaching and learning. तो उसमें आहा क्या हो सकता है? इससे बेहतर मैंने सोचा कि मैं आपके साथ interaction करूं, ठीक है? So I'm asking a question. Hello, everyone who's saying hello to me right now. I'm asking a question and I want you to answer it in the comments, which I can actually see. What do you mean? What do you think I mean by aha moments? What do you think I mean by aha moments? What are aha moments in a classroom? Just waiting for your answers. Just waiting for your answers so that I can comprehend that we are on the same page regarding this topic. I thought that AHA is abbreviation. Okay, Abir, and I guess you're from Kuwait. Hi, welcome virtually to Pakistan. Okay. So no, AHA is not an abbreviation where teacher achieves her objectives. Okay, where the teacher achieves objectives. ठीक है. Someone else? मेरा AHA moment क्या होता है? Okay, this topic is from a learner perspective. ठीक है? हर चीज़ ज़्यादातर अमूमन जो हम trainings करवाते हैं, the trainings that we usually conduct from the teacher perspective, and the title for the teacher basically, like STEM in the classrooms, empathy in the classrooms, so and so. But creating aha moments is something which is more learner which is more learner perspective based. Okay, connecting between teacher and student, yes. Moments that attract your kids, when all students get connected to the lessons. I'm just reading out the comments here. Okay, all right, let me tell you what I mean by the aha moment. As a classroom teacher, I used to be standing there, all of us stand there right in front, and you're looking at your children. They are your children, right? And all of a sudden you see this light bulb. You see this. And you see the smile. And you understand in that moment that this is the aha moment for them. By aha, I meant bulb. That bulb that suddenly lights up. Yes, Fatima, it is an eye-opener, something wow. No, this child suddenly has this recognition, oh, I achieved this. It's that expression, I did this. Yes, it's like electricity. It lights up, and it lights up your child's mind, your student's mind. Okay, now how are we going to achieve it? मैं कोई लंबी चौड़ी दास्तान में नहीं जाने वाली. I'm not going to go into a whole tale of what you should do, what you should not do. I'm going to give you a word. Now this is where that abbreviation comes in. It's an acronym that I have created myself. When a person has 10 years of experience, you sort of start doing automatic research in the classroom. Your mind automatically starts connecting things with your own personal experiences. So what I've come up with is an abbreviation. It's a word, help. HELP. Okay, so what the teacher has to do is use the word help. Now help usually means that you are going to give aid to someone, you're going to support someone. Over here, help means H is for humor, E is for empathy, L is for learning opportunities, and P is for patience. So the word help is an acronym that I developed myself, and you have to use this acronym in order to achieve aha learning moments in the classroom. So help, H. Let's go for H first. Humor. What is humor? And why is humor so significant in the classrooms now? You see, as a teacher, I personally am a very informal person in the classroom. मैं दुनिया की सबसे boring इंसान हो सकती हूँ अपने colleagues के लिए, but for my students, I am a very light-hearted, a very friendly person who does not mind instilling humor in the classroom. Because you see, what I notice and what we all know now is that our students are more traumatized than any of us were when we were young. What do you think is going to happen when these kids are going to come back from 6 months of isolation? They have been in isolation since February. And I don't know, maybe in September schools might open, maybe they might not open till December. So there is a trauma going on. Moreover, then there's the trauma of domestic violence, there's the trauma of single parenting, there's the trauma of divorces, there's the trauma of parents splitting up in front of them, the global crisis, the economic crisis. They're facing all this already. Now, if they come into your class and they still cannot feel comfortable, then they are not going to learn. So, in help, H is for humor. Okay, so what I used to do is that I used to make these, especially for younger ones, I used to make these silly mistakes. Mistakes like I'm writing on the board and suddenly what happens is I make a spelling mistake. And they're like, Miss, you made a mistake. And I'm like, oh, did I now? And you know, so this lightens up the mood. Plus it gives them a learning opportunity. So that humor that I'm instilling is not just because they are making fun of me. They're basically learning from that humor. It's planned humor. Then the second thing that I do is that I make sure that the question papers that they're getting, the assessments that they're getting are humor based. It is very important that, especially in mathematics, they should see word problems which might have a bit of humor element in them. They're given the opportunity to laugh in the classrooms. This actually helps the connection improve between students and the teacher, and when connections improves, learning definitely improves. Okay, now moving on to E. E is for empathy. Over here, for empathy, I say be like Elmo. Who is Elmo? Elmo कौन है? कोई मुझे बता सकता है कि Elmo कौन है? मेरा favorite character है. We have been with that character for like I don't know how many years now. So who's Elmo? Think. I can see the comments have stopped. Think who is Elmo and relate him with empathy. Okay, so you can't figure out who Elmo is? Elmo is the red, furry, cute character on Sesame Street. Elmo's character is the most empathetic. Elmo is kind. Elmo is loving. And Elmo has a really nice voice. Yes, he's a character. Elmo touches hearts. He gives a hug to everyone on Sesame Street. He has a kind word to say to everyone, and he listens to his friends' problems. That is how, he is so loved by all. So you see, when you become the Elmo in your classroom, you empathize with your students. You again help bridge connections, build this, link between them. When you are able to understand कि यहाँ पे I need to be kind. Yes, it's a Sesame Street character. So when you understand over here I need kindness, this child is not able to learn this or is not able to comprehend this concept, I need to empathize. That is when learning starts in a classroom. It starts with your kindness. It starts with your empathy. It starts with your bit of understanding. Because you as a teacher need to be an Elmo. You can't be Oscar the Grouch. Now Oscar the Grouch is also a Sesame Street character, and he lives in a dustbin and he's very grouchy all the time. He's like, doesn't like anyone. He likes being alone. So don't be like that. Okay? So now moving forward with L. Now we have covered the H. We have covered the E. Now we are moving on with L. Learning opportunities. This is most important. And this has to be taken most seriously. Because I know I might offend teachers over here when I tell you that learning opportunities are created by you. And as teachers, we actually we are unable to create a lot of learning opportunities. Why? Because we just focus on one lesson plan. We just make one lesson plan and we take it into the classroom, expecting 20 to 40 students to all fit into that lesson plan. You see, they're human beings. They're individuals. There are 20 or 40 unique identities sitting in front of you. How do you expect one size to fit all? I remember I improved as a teacher when I started taking at least 2 lesson plans into the classroom. I know I am like annoying you people over here when I say take 2 lesson plans into the classroom. But the truth is, it took more time, it took more effort, it took a lot of more research into what I was teaching in one concept, but taking 2 or 3 lesson plans into the classroom was to my benefit, because my classroom had a multitude of talents. My classroom was full of, I had actually two differing sections, and I was teaching math to both of them. I was teaching math to grade say 6A and 6B, and 6A was mostly full of high achieving, gifted students who'd complete a concept like this in a jiffy, and 6B on the other hand was less perceptive. So for 6A I had to create a different lesson plan, and even over there I had to again modify that lesson plan into two parts, because 6A again had two different type of student bodies. 6B on the other hand had three different type of student bodies. Either they were very talented, or then they were the ones who would actually suffer from anxiety, from math anxiety, and then there was a vast majority that was just okay and with whatever you were teaching them. So making up learning opportunities, giving them options of learning opportunities actually helped me, because with those who were achieving more, I could ensure that they kept on achieving more, and with those who weren't achieving so much, giving them a modified lesson plan, I made sure that they were actually reaching to this level where the majority of the classroom was. So you see, this is what you need to do. You need to create moments where you give them opportunities to learn. It's difficult. It is extremely painstaking for a teacher, but it needs to be done, because that's why you're a teacher. You're a teacher to ensure that the concept sinks in here and in here both, in the mind and in the heart. And remember one thing, this suffers from dementia, this suffers from Alzheimer's, but what stays in the heart remains forever. So you need to be that sort of teacher. Now we have covered H, we have covered E, and we have covered L. What about P? This is where I feel that I think, the worst. I was not a patient teacher many times. As a person also I get impatient. That's my personality. मुझे काम बहुत जल्दी चाहिए होता है, मुझे जल्दी होती है चीज़ों की. लेकिन and because I was getting good students as a teacher, I would then get frustrated with those who weren't meeting those benchmarks or those learning objectives that quickly. So I taught myself to be patient. You need to be patient. वो बच्चे हैं. They are kids. They aren't you. And for people who say they need to rise to your level, no, they don't. First, you need to go to their level and help them rise. This is what you need to make them do. You need to bend down and you need to make them rise. That is your responsibility. And they're climbing Mount Everest. They can't do it in a day. Some of them will take 1 year, some of them might take 2 years, some of them might even take 10 years. Because like I said, they're individuals. So you need to be patient. You need to understand that many of them might not meet all the objectives. So what? Let it be. Be happy for the little victories that they are having. When you're humorous, when you're empathetic, when you're giving them learning opportunities, and when you're being patient with them, only then can you help them reach aha moments. That's because you're connecting with them on a human level. Those days are gone जब हमारे teachers हमसे expect करते थे कि वो खड़े होके एक जगह पढ़ाएंगे and we'll get it all. I think many of us didn't get it. So that's what, that's how you can create aha moments. I forgot to tell you people something very personal over here related to humor. Like I was telling you about this sections that I was teaching math 2. So with this section that was relatively slow and that was relatively difficult to teach, you know, I smiled at them one day. And the most naughtiest of that class, he stood up and he said to me, "Miss, this is the first time you smiled at us." Can you imagine? That was a moment. I mean, I went back to the staff room, and that day I stayed back in school. And I was like, what did I do? The year is ending and this is the first time I've smiled at them. They actually said that to me. And they told me, you know, with the other class you laugh and you play with them. And that is when I realized the significance of 3 things: of humor, of empathy, and of patience. And that is the day that, you know, I changed as a teacher. So along with just, you know, using the acronym HELP, you also need to be a reflective teacher. At the end of every single day, the best teacher takes at least 10 minutes out and sits and reflects. हमारे पास teachers reflect नहीं करते. They think that they go into the classroom, they teach the 40-45 minutes, they come out and that chapter is closed. That chapter is not closed there. After those 45-50 minutes, or at the end of the school day at 1:30, 2:30, 3:30, whenever your school ends, take at least 10 minutes to reflect on your actions, not on your students' actions, on your actions. And you'll find ample of room for improvement. And when you start thinking where you are going to improve is when you will be providing moments where your students' light bulbs go. Because your light bulbs are, you know, blinking, hence you're helping their light bulbs blink. So this was the little thing that I planned, the little talk that I planned for you people. I didn't want to go into too much intricate detail because laughter in the classroom, your humor in the classroom is another 3 hours of how you instill that thing in the classroom. Empathy in the classroom is another 3 hours at least of how to empathize, where to empathize, when to empathize. Creating alternate lesson plans or learning opportunities is another, you know, big topic. But I wanted to be able to sort of give you people a look into what I call help. So I'll be taking questions now, or if someone wants to join in and, you know, just say something, please feel free to join in the Facebook live session. The door is open. The comment section is open. I'll look into your answers, your questions, sorry. So I'm waiting for your questions now. Oh, and while I'm waiting for your questions, one more thing. If I can come up with an acronym on my own, it's not because I am some aged person with a PhD in education or 35 years of experience. No, that's because I read, I research, I go back, I reflect. I love what I do. So you need to be a research oriented teacher as well. The face of education can only change when we change ourselves. You're welcome, Zainab. I would love if you could join in the Facebook live session, or if we could take some questions if someone wants to pop in. That would make things very interesting. I've tried keeping the session in English mostly because I feel that we have a global audience and I want to reach out to people globally. So any questions? Or any comment, anything you might want to add over here? Oh, thank you. I'm actually in my night clothes right now, literally. At home, I got dressed up for this session actually, the face. Thank you so much, Zainab. Yes, research is the core of teaching, and I think this is something that I share with you as an individual, and I love that your sessions are so well researched, Zainab. I mean, the thoroughness with which you carry yourself in education, it's inspiring. It's literally inspiring. And I think we are lucky to have had the same teachers who educated us. So it's hats off to them, I guess. Okay. So if there are no more questions, then I'll finish the session with an Allah Hafiz, and see you all again very soon, inshallah. Yes, it is the relationship, the rapport, the connection is the thing that helps children achieve learning objectives and achieve learning basically. So I'll be saving the session here, right, Zainab? That's what I'm supposed to do. Okay, so I'll see you all soon. Join me wherever you can. My Facebook account is open, my Facebook page is open for you all. Anytime anyone needs advice, help in designing anything, planning curriculum, whatever, I'm always there. Always. I love education. Oh, thank you so much. I mean, this is a huge compliment, Umar. We need a teacher like you here in USA. I think. Thank you. Okay. Allah Hafiz, everyone.